What's up, everyone? My name's Aaron from the Soban Network, here with another tabletop video. Today we're going to be going over quite a few things, and there's going to be actually a major focus today because we are going to be focusing a lot on Horus Heresy tabletop. The reason why is there's a lot going on in the Horus Heresy community, and locally we're getting a couple buddies into the Heresy, so I wanted to ramp it up, and also it's kind of one of the big game systems I quite enjoy playing. And also our sponsor, the person who sponsored the video today, is doing the Horus Heresy Army. We've seen little bits of it before, but we're going to see his what he's got everything right now, which is kind of cool. And we also are going to have talk about a little bit of another way you can save a little bit of money, or why you don't have to exactly buy Forge World stuff to do some of your vehicles. So this is going to be cool. So as you can see, I'm a big fan of Heresy. We got the Emperor and Horus battling it out in the background. Of course, poor Sanguinus has died. What can you do? But let's get into the hobby progress. So for those that don't know, I actually do a Luna Wolves army, so the 16th Legion. It's more set in the Great Crusade era, but they're a loyalist force, even in the future, all the way to the Scouring. They revived, they made it. They're Luna Wolves, so that's that. So today, our big army progress is we got a lot of armor done. As it's shown in the picture here, this is done by a good mate of mine at Bearbox Studio. We have done 4 Rhinos, 3 Predators with autocannon and heavy bolters, and then we have 3 Land Raiders, which is pretty bare bones. They got their combi bolters and the heavy bolters, which is kind of cool. Now, the reason why I wanted to get this is so that all my infantry could mount up in tanks. All my Terminators can go, that I have already, can go into assault vehicles that were on the ground. I do have a Storm Eagle, but I want things to be able to be foot mobile. And also the fact that I can add 3 more assault vehicles is actually quite amazing. And another thing I'm going to talk about is I've been talking with a couple mates that are getting into the Heresy, and they're like, I want to get armor, I want to get these tanks, but I don't want to pay Forge World. Now, here's the thing. You're going to see in my army, I have both Forge World miniatures, non-Forge World, and some very Rogue Trader gear. As you can see in this video, I got Rhinos, which are Rogue Trader era, Mark 1 Mars pattern. We got Predators, which are Mars pattern. We got Land Raiders, which are the later version of it. If we go over to this picture, which is an army photo, I actually got, again, a lot of Mars pattern, the older style, and different variants of it too. But we also have this one, plus some of the, a lot of newer equipment. Now, to kind of talk about that is in the Heresy, in the Great Crusade, there was a lot of stuff that was rediscovered and a lot of stuff that was being produced at the same time. That's why you can kind of do a mix and match. You can buy some Forge World, no Forge World tanks, and you can still do it. Because in the Heresy, there was Mars and Damnos. The Great Crusade. These 2 Forge Worlds, and pretty much Damnos is a moon in a Forge World around Mars. What's kind of cool is the Damnos pattern was a more master-crafted tank. It took more materials to build it, higher quality artificers, took a longer time to build it. The Mars pattern was a more bulk variant because a lot of people actually did end up using the Rhino. All armies in the Imperium actually did. All armies in the Imperium also could use Land Raiders at one point. That changed, but so what ended up happening is because they wanted to equip them with the best stuff, the Domino's pattern was the majority of equipment. But the Mars pattern was still used. In particularly, Legions that were farther away and had to rely on building their own equipment or suffering high attrition actually would use the Mars pattern. The famous example is the Iron Warriors. They actually use the Mars pattern a lot. And for my kind of lore is sometimes we come back to do some major battles and kind of rejoin the main fleet, but we're mostly on our own. And though we have allies with another Forge World Volcanus, if I remember right, we still have to rely on our own kind of supply lines. So there's a lot of Mars pattern. So that way you can just kind of think of it. You can actually use some of your existing tanks and use it, and they actually turn out quite amazing. As you can see, those Predators and those Land Raiders look amazing in Luna Wolf colors. And if we go to this other one, you can see how the whole army looks. Like I said, it looks pretty amazing to see it all in the colors. Some of the old and some of the new. And eventually I'm actually going to get some Daimonos pattern for the Wolves. I actually have one of the tanks. I got the Plasma Executioner. I'll be using that, and I do want to get some of the regular Land Raiders from Forge World, the Protoss instead of the Phobius pattern, and then maybe just to kind of mix and match it. So that's what I've got for the Luna Wolves right now. After this, 3 Javelins are going to get done up, and then after that, I think it's a Tactical Squad and an Autocannon. Now, the reason why I'm kind of also doing this is I kind of wanted to make something unique for the Gulash War. So I was talking with a couple mates at the local club that had been wanting to get in the Heresy, and I'm trying to get them to commit to doing this. So I'm like, all right, guys, let's be honest. Do you guys think in a couple months you could do this? And they're like, I think it's doable. I was working out with my one mate. I'm going to help him do some stuff to get his Ultramarines ready. And pretty much we're going to do they're going to be building some of their stuff, and then we can kind of get rolling. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to have my Luna Wolves, which are going to be going to have some newer equipment. This is why the Rhinos and the Predators, or the Land Raiders, they're going to be the new guys that have been part of my company. And there's going to be some new characters and some new squads, more in the Mark IV armor, because that's where we got some of our newer supplies, scavenged off from some enemies, that kind of stuff. So that once we're getting full time in the Gulash War, it's going to be kind of a fun time in that regards. Now they're doing a lot of infantry armies. The one guy, he's got a Battle of Calcet. He's got Cataphracti, some regular Mark IV, and then he's going to buy a Burning of Prospero. And then another mate who's doing Alpha Legion, which is interesting. And it's going to be interesting, these two feuding quite a bit. He has a lot of infantry. He's got some Rogue Trader infantry, some Battle of Calth infantry, and he's going to be doing that up. So they're getting into it. They're going to be doing a lot of infantry. One's buying us a cairn. The other's kind of doing some other stuff. But it's going to be kind of cool because we're going to be able to get into the second Gulash War. But I wanted to do some Luna Wolves that I haven't played. Even though I played with Predators, played with Rhinos and Land Raiders, I don't know. It's gonna be a different kind of force. It's gonna feel like a different force because it's gonna be some newer equipment. It's a lot more uniform. Like if you look at this picture, everything kind of looks like they're all from the same armory. The Rhinos look exactly kind of the same. Predators look exactly the same. The other ones, like there's little subtle details in each vehicle. And the infantry are, there's some uniqueness. So a lot of it's going to be a lot more uniform as the army continues to grow. So that's cool. So that's what we're going to be getting into. So stay tuned for that. And next we're going to get into our sponsor. So a mate of mine, he has another paint studio. A different gentleman, my good old buddy Mike. He does West Coast mini painting. based out in BC. He has a Facebook page, which you can post. You can actually go down below. Pricing's very nice. I was actually talking about him doing a commission because I was thinking maybe I should do another Legion, maybe, and do like a trader force. So we're talking about that right now. But you've actually seen some of his work because he's doing a heresy army of Salamanders, and he's designing the army to be usable in both 30k and 40k. Because just like my area, his area is, but unlike my area, his area is like 40k only if he can get a game. So if he goes out, and a lot of his buddies that do play are 40k only. So he wants to design it in that way. And since now you can use Contemptors, Cataphracti, Termes, he's like, yeah. And he really likes the look of it, and I agree with it. But you should check out his Facebook page, West Coast Mini Painting, and we're going to just show off some of his models, his Salamanders, because this is a heresy kind of thing to kind of show this off. So here's some of his work in progress that he's working on. He's working on a Contemptor with dual multi-meltas, and then he's working on some more tacticals. So he's got most of them kind of assembled. The Contemptor is pretty much, he's got to work on the base in that. Looks like he's still got to do some detail work on the upper chassis. And then from there, here's everything he's got built and painted right now for his Salamanders. Now, he's going to be adding to this army, which is really cool. If I'm not mistaken, he has 2 battle cal sets that he's going to be doing all his infantry. And it's going to be a lot of tacticals. And then he's going to do some like special weapons. And then he's got his Cataphracti Termes backing it up. And he's got another Contemptor Mortis. So we're going to get to show it off. So right now he's got 1 tactical squad with a sergeant with a bolt pistol and chainsword. He's got 2 commanders, centurions or praetors, however he wants to kit them out. And then he has some Terminators. Looks like they're rocking mostly power fists. And I think there's even a flamer back there. So let's go here. Yeah, heavy flamer right here. So we can see the kind of Terminators. You got a sergeant with a combi bolter power weapon. He's got all the power fists with the combi bolters. And then he's got the HQ. So this is the plastic commander you get from the Betrayal of Calth. He's got a chain fist and a combi bolter with a meltagun. Kind of cool. So and of course he's been rocking this this lava base, which is really, I think, really cool. It's really salamandery, and with the heavy flamer, it's like, yeah, that's them. And then the infantry, like I said, it's just a basic tactical squad with bolters. He's got a bolt pistol chainsword. And then for the centurion, he's got a combi bolter. And then he's got a power sword. And last but not least, he's got a Contemptor Mortis. So that's his kind of army in a nutshell. Really amazing stuff. And pricing, you kind of got to talk to him a little bit on his Facebook page but you should check it out. Check out his page. And this is awesome. He's going to be sending me more progress videos. And what's going to end up happening is he's going to be adding more to this. Like he's talking about, he's doing some fire drakes, and it's going to be some really cool stuff. He says once he gets bulk done, and then he'll go from there. So that's the kind of video in a nutshell. We got a lot of Luna Wolf stuff coming up. We're going to be seeing more Salamanders. But also, again, if you are watching this video and if you want to show off some, and particularly Horus Heresy stuff, send an email to the Sobon Network at gmail.com. and just send a couple pictures, a couple of your units. If you got some history and lore, that's also awesome, because I enjoy it and I like to show it off. Also, if you're a painting studio and you want to be sponsored, you can reach out to that email, because I like showing off different paint studios, different people, because not only do they help the hobby kind of grow, they have some amazing stuff that you can see. My two mates that have already had kind of a sponsor video, I really love their stuff, and I really love showing this off. So please do. And also, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to leave a like and comment down below, and I'll see everyone in the next video in the next tabletop series. Till then, happy gaming, everyone. Bye bye.